are you doing flash mobbing in the Six Flags? I'm trying to tell you, if a child ran up on me and tried to snatch something out my hand, I would mace the out of somebody's child. And double dog daddy mama to find me. As a matter of fact, get your cell phone. Call your mama. Do it, or I'm gonna mace your ass again and tell that bitch come down here, because I got part 2 for her. Oh, my life. Y'all, you know, if you hear any barking, squeaks, scratching, squealing, anything, breathing hard, you know that's Lulu and Ro. If you all are dog lovers and are in love with Frenchies, you go to the Patreon wall, if you all are paying members over there on the Patreon, or the community wall here on YouTube if you're paying members here on YouTube. And child, I got a whole 2-3 minute video of these two getting it in. Okay? And it's always the baby who starts the drama. But anyway, Lord. Hello, love bugs. Hello there, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and visit. This Negro is about to poo. I swear. I can't just... If it ain't one, it's the other. I swear. Okay, I'm back. Well, hello there, love bugs. Hello there, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and tip your favorite narrator via Cash App at $NAROB on YouTube. And if you are not already a part of this book club, please hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube. And for a small monthly fee of $5, you babies, yes you, can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. Now, let's continue reading Mavis Staples. Y'all, I am trying to finish this up so that we can move on to the next book starting maybe the first week or second week in May. I'm going to put the possible next book over there on Patreon and on the paying members community wall here on YouTube. I need y'all to tell me yes or no, because I don't know. I ain't really feeling it, but if y'all are feeling it, we will do it. But the numbers didn't add up to Pops. The Stones offered the Staples $500 a night, said the group's manager, Rick Gunnell. The offer is a total bloody insult, Gunnell told Variety magazine. To be offered $500 for an act that sells 1 million singles? That's nerve. It's okay for a brand new group starting off, but for a group that gets $7,000 a night suddenly to work for $500 a night? Pop Staples is 57 years old. He doesn't want to work more than 2 or 3 years. He'd like to retire with some security. Okay, pause. Let me say this. There's a couple of things I want to say. The first thing is, I see the Rolling Stones. I see them mother hoochies. What they want to do is they want a Kentucky Fried Chicken your ass. Like how Don Cornelius, Kentucky Fried Chicken, the Soul Train dancer, the Rolling Stones want a Kentucky Fried Chicken. The Staples singers, and Pops ain't having it. It's a toss-up. Either you want the money now, or you want the fame/clout later, the popularity later. I'm putting you in a position that you can be greater, because remember, the Rolling Stones is #1 at this time. And for you to open for a number one band gives you vast exposure. But Pops is like, we good here. We doing good right now. Here. We ain't got to tour with you. Plus, you niggas be doing the juggy and, sleeping with underage girls. So we might be good over here. And then that one in the front who be singing, he likes the black girls and I don't want no mixed babies. Gunnar noted that the Stones tour would likely bring in more than $2 million in gross revenue. The Staples would have to divvy up their $500 fee among 8 people. The 4 family members, 3 backing musicians, and a roadie, plus take care of their own lodging and expenses. See, they was trying to Kentucky Fried Chicken their asses. We were thrilled to hear the Stones are longtime fans and loved the idea of working with them, even though it meant holding off on a lot of important dates, Pops told Variety. We really felt honored until our management was told that we'd be paid just $500 a night for a tour that will gross millions. Frankly, we felt insulted. As I do too. Okay, as the Soul Train dancers. Wait a minute, Dawn, D. Cornelius. We around here in movies, okay? Making videos. Okay, and you want to just pay me with the Kentucky Fried Chicken? One of them people, but everybody was on there. Everybody went there for exposure. Everybody. You know who was a Soul Train dancer? Who was a Soul Train dancer that I didn't know? Vivica Fox. She was only on there for like maybe 1 year, and she was beautiful. Beautiful. Somebody go over there on Vivica Fox's door and knock on her and ask her and knock on her DM and say, is you crazy? You were friggin' beautiful. But I understand that damn Curtis Jackson, is that 50 Cent name? He messed with your head, girl. He made you think that you had to contend with these young bitches. You ain't had to do that, girl. You was a beautiful, regular, round-the-way girl. Something these new hoes don't know nothing about being regular. I seen an Instagram video that said you got to understand the difference between bad and beautiful. Bad and beautiful. Beautiful is natural beauty. That's what the Vivica Fox was. And bad, let's see what bad is. Somebody who ain't that beautiful, but they always hyping her up. But she just know how to dress real good. That's it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Bad versus beautiful. Getting back to the Soul Train. I know you like this, the Mavis Staples book, but they was on the Soul Train. Soul Train had many guests. Remember that porn star they had on there dancing for a minute? Heather Headley? Not Heather Headley. I don't know her name, but they had a porn star on there for a minute too. But anyway, Jagger says his memory of the business behind the 72 tour are vague. You know why? Because he was around there doing that juggy. They can't remember shit in the juggy days. I don't remember the details, but I do remember that long before that we were big fans of the Staples singers, he says. I always liked them since I was a kid. They were the first gospel that I listened to along with Rosetta Tharpe. Both those women singers, Rosetta and Mavis Staples, had quite a big impact on me, meaning they sent my blood rushing to the areas because they love themselves. Some next. We were very influenced by them early on. Pop's tremolo style guitar playing was unique. They were very influential, not just on us, but on a lot of our contemporaries in England. The growing attention from the likes of the Stones, as well as secular audiences and commercial radio, irritated some influential members of the gospel community, including artists the Staples once considered friends, particularly the Reverend James Cleveland and Shirley Buckle Boots Caesar. How the fuck is y'all gonna let the God, the judgment in the church be wearing me out? I'm telling them buckle boots. I can't listen to no woman that wear buckle boots, I swear. And I know you like, nay, they used to be in style. I bet you if they had Prada on them, you would wear them probably, but they had to be combat boots. I ain't wearing no buckle boots with a kitten heel. You can't do both. You can't do kitten heel and buckles. The staple singers would like to give the impression that they're still gospel singers, but they're not. Cleveland said in the Journal of Gospel Music, they've decided to do message songs, and Mavis has even done a pop album which has no religious things on it at all. I've known the Staples all my life. As little kids, we grew up in Chicago together when their father was working in the stockyards. There was never anybody else around who sang like the Staples singers. They had a fresh Mississippi sound. Bill Carpenter says the Backlash had been brewing for several years. When Mavis did A House Is Not a Home on her solo record, she was being called a backslider by some people in the gospel world, he says. That's when the Staples audience really began to change. People would come to the shows who didn't have an issue with any of that. That was an important lesson for the Staples. They still had an audience, even though a lot of people in their own community were complaining. A lot of gospel artists I work with now are very jealous of the Staples singers' legacy. They feel they don't deserve the recognition and fame they've received as a gospel act. It's sad. You know, it's called hating. It's a hater, recognized hater. The Staples were becoming one of the biggest acts Stax had ever produced, in the same league as Isaac Hayes, Sam and Dave, and Otis Redding. The Memphis label opened a West Coast promotion office in Los Angeles, and in July, 2 songs on the UK charts simultaneously for the first time: Frederick Knight's I've Been Lonely for So Long and the Staples' I'll Take You There. As a way of consolidating and celebrating Stax's gains, an empowered Al Bell set his sights on creating a massive festival for the label's acts in Los Angeles that would be turned into a documentary film. What Stax was staged on August 20th, 1972, the final day of the Watts Summer Festival at Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum in South Central LA. Bell picked the venue for several reasons, some symbolic, some practical. Watts was the site of a massive race riot in 1965 and had never fully recovered. It left 34 dead, most of them blacks, and more than 1,000 injured, and led to 4,000 arrests. Tens of millions of dollars in damage was reported as fires raged for days. Though the violence was widely condemned as a rebuke of the civil rights movement, largely nonviolent approach, Senator Robert Kennedy saw it as a fed-up community's desperate response to a seemingly intractable problem. There is no point in telling Negroes to observe the law. It has almost always been used against them. Nigga, if you ain't never lied, The importance of this book and us reading this book is to remind each other, now them niggas over there, okay? Because I don't know what's happening. Did y'all know that the Trumpy is removing some of the African exhibits from the Smithsonian? Bitch, are you lying to me? Y'all, let me tell you something. I am a square. Y'all know that I enjoy art. You hear me? I love all things that can move me without touching me, baby. But if y'all have never gone to Washington, D.C. and experienced a museum, you better. One of the most profound exhibits that I've saw outside of the African exhibits, we've experienced the dresses of every first lady up until that time that I last saw that exhibit. Beautiful. They had statues of the first ladies that looked like the first ladies, and they had their dresses on it. It was amazing. It was just displays of grace. Now, let's not forget, my mother worked for the Smithsonian. One of the greatest things that I will always remember is going to my mother's job after I got out of Holy Redeemer and seeing that great big mammoth right there. I don't know if it was an elephant or a mammoth. I don't know if it's the same thing. But it is very important to us to see and remember. And if they don't care about it, at least we do. Because that is the only thing that's going to keep us prideful. To remind ourselves of how far we've come. Because right now, them niggas in, them little niggerlings in Washington, D.C., you hear me? White, black, Hispanic, whatever color they are. Them is niggerlings. When I tell you they is flash mobbing everything in the cigar lounge. Listen, I ain't in nobody's cigar lounge, so you ain't gonna find me on the U Street for nothing because I got asthma. I can't sit around a whole bunch of smoke. We in the cigar lounge listening to the R&B music come out and the motherfuckers done bust our car window open for nothing. Nothing. Boom, you just next. You going to the Six Flags, nigga? What are you doing? Flash mobbing in the Six Flags? I'm trying to tell you, if a child ran up on me and tried to snatch something out my hand, I would mace the fuck out of somebody's child. And double dog daddy mama to find me. As a matter of fact, get your cell phone. Call your mama. Do it or I'm going to mace your ass again and tell that bitch come down here because I got part 2 for her. We need them to understand where we came from. I'm saying to myself, what if it's all the go-go's for the young people? Did they shut down all the go-go's? When I was these kids' age, I was somewhere in somebody's go-go trying to find some drug dealer. By 1971, little had changed. The Watts Summer Festival was created to raise money for the destitute community. Right.